going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, that means you're new. I'm Mark. What's good with y'all? Go check out my other videos. Check them out. Check them out. But first, stay on this one. So, this is a neat little video idea I had. You know what I mean? Something that also has been bothering me for the longest time, too. And I'm sure it bothers a lot of you guys, too, especially if you're kind of autistic about guns like I am, you know. But let's get right into it. You saw the thumbnail. You read the title. 3 things that movies get wrong with firearms, or 3 things that movies mess up with firearms. However I worded it, okay? But I think this is going to be a neat little video. Now, I will say these screw-ups, we'll say, are not just limited to movies. I mean, there are some TV shows that are like this. For example, Walking Dead. You guys will see what I mean. And even cartoons. There are some cartoons that are like it, but I mean, it's a cartoon. How realistic do you expect it to be? Whatever. Let's get right into it. So, for starters, recoil. Either it is, yep, okay, I do have one on me. You know what? No, I'm not even going to take that out of my pocket. Whether it is no recoil at all or way too much recoil, it is so just, it's never spot on. They never get it right. Either they're just straight mag dumping and no movement at all, bang, 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 no recoil at all, or boom, boom. It's honestly just kind of annoying to me because, I mean, truthfully speaking, I can say just this year alone, not a big number, but I've had to have shot at least 3,500, 4,000 rounds at this point. So I can say that I know how recoil feels and how it looks. It's just really, it doesn't make sense to me because they'll sit there, you know, somebody will be shooting like a Glock 19 in a TV show. For some reason, every single round, boom, 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 boom. They're raising their arms up after every shot as if they just shot a Desert Eagle or something. What? As if they just shot some, you know, a Smith & Wesson 500. What? Why? It's 9mm. Calm down. It's like the over dramatization or under dramatization of recoil in movies, TV shows, really all Hollywood media is just super annoying to me. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. And honestly, it's just not something I'm here to deal with. I don't want to deal with it. Now, moving on. Number 2 is the lack of reloading. The lack of reloading might not bother you guys, but it really bothers me. Now, of course, there are some times where, you know, a movie will add in, oh, they're out of ammo. You know, it's very rare, though, especially during big shootouts. So, I don't know how to, you know, here's a perfect example, actually. Breaking Bad, perfect example. If you guys have watched Breaking Bad, you guys remember the big gunfight at the end, and I believe it was Hank's partner who had a pump-action shotgun. This man had sat here and let off like 10 to 12 rounds out of his pump. And I'm sorry, bro, that I know that's not how pump-action shotguns work. I know you're not using mini shells either as a DEA agent. I know you guys aren't using mini shells. So be realistic here. Like, the whole thought of that just seems ridiculous to me. Like, he's sitting there just boom, boom, boom. He just keeps going and it just doesn't stop. And I'm like, dude, when are you going to have to reload? Or better yet, when you see people in shootouts in movies and they just let full auto run for like 30 seconds, a whole minute straight, but they have a standard 30-round magazine in their gun. It's annoying to me. It really bothers me because I know how quickly full auto goes. I know how many rounds a majority of these guns hold. And I know that, like, a lot of other people do too. It's not just me who's this autistic about it. I know a lot of people who every single time they watch a movie that has a gun in it, they point out everything that's wrong with it. Well, see, this is proof right here. They're not using a real gun. Like, bro, it pisses me off. Another thing too, I'm not even going to put this on the list, but another thing too is the awful CGI effects. awful CGI effects when it comes to firearms. Either the muzzle flash is just not good enough. It doesn't really have it doesn't have that realisticness to it, or it's completely off. There's so many things wrong with how Hollywood handles firearms in their movies. And that's going to be getting on to number 3 in a second. But first, I want to finish up number 2. Like, we will see people who have double barrel shotguns somehow let off more than 2 rounds in a row. It doesn't make sense. The lack of needing to reload is just honestly stupid. It really is. It sets a very unrealistic expectation of people. For some reason, some people decide to get their gun information off of movies. So, I mean, hey, if you're like, I feel Hollywood knows that, though. I feel Hollywood knows that people sometimes just aren't going out of their way to learn about firearms themselves, and that they get most of their information from movies, which is a really, really bad idea to do, by the way, guys. And yeah, I feel they purposefully go out of their way to misinform people. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just another conspiracy theory from Crazy Mark over here. But moving on to number 3. And this one I feel is pretty important. The third thing that movies mess up with when it comes to firearms is how, okay, let me stress it enough, right? Is how people react to getting shot. So I'm sorry, but if somebody gets shot in the head, for example, right? Let's say, I'm a bad guy, right? I get shot in the head. That's not how that works, guys. That's not how that works in any capacity. Usually when people are shot and are about to die, they don't get much time to sit there and be like, tell my wife and kids I love them. They don't get to sit there and do none of that, really. Why? Because if you get shot and you're about to die like that, you're going to die like that. Instead of the whole, it's more like you fall. You lose every single bit. And I'm sorry for y'all allowed to hear that. I just had to sell it a bit more. You lose all your function because you're dead. I mean, if you guys have actually seen some of these videos that go around online where people get shot in the head, you would know how awful, very rude of her, you would know how awful the acting is when it comes to people getting shot. I'm sorry, but that's just the whole truth here. But I do have one more, a bonus one, and this isn't even just movies, but, I guess this is all Hollywood. Another mistake they make with firearms is letting Alec Baldwin hold them. But with that being said, I think that about wraps it up for this video. Y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell. When you hit that bell, hit all in. Whether or not you agree with me about this, actually, I don't think anybody's going to disagree with me on this one. I think we can all agree here that a majority of movies, or really Hollywood media, I guess you could say, don't do that great of a job of, accurately showing how firearms work, accurately representing the recoil of them, accurately representing, having to reload them, and how people react to getting shot. But I don't think any of you guys are going to disagree with me. But if you do, go ahead and make sure to comment down below why or why not, and make sure to check out all my other videos. Y'all make sure to stay legal, stay safe, stay dangerous. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.